So warm greetings from IMC. Welcome to this morning meditation. And for this week's offering, I'm going back to the basic instructions in meditation we have here at IMC. And one of the characteristics of the basic mindfulness is that it's meant to be simple. And mindfulness of what is kind of obvious in the moment. There's not a need to kind of dig in, analyze, try to search for something profound. It's not about so much what we see when we are mindful, but rather how we see. And to have that seeing or that mindfulness, that awareness, be simple. So we begin with settling in, and the beginning is actually very important. To settle in, relax into the posture, into the practice, as a way of letting go of expectations, ambition, even ideas of what meditation is, so that it can become simpler and simpler, this practice of just seeing, being with what actually is in a simple way. So we begin with a posture that has some balance between an alertness of attention, embodied physical alertness, and relaxation. To have some sense of ease and some sense of ability to relax the body while maintaining an attitude of alertness, of presence, of the body being attentive, the body being ready to be present for this experience. And then to gently close the eyes and to take a few long, slow, deep breaths. Not too deep, just enough so that there's an inclination, an orientation to sense and feel the body more fully. Breathing in, and then a long, maybe leisurely exhale. Maybe a slight pause at the end of the exhale. So your whole body, mind becomes a little bit more interested in the beginning of the inhale. The fuller inhales and exhales at the beginning are a ritual reminder that here in this body and mind, here and now, is the playground of meditation, is the temple of meditation. And then letting your breathing return to normal. And taking some time to relax on the exhale. Relax physically, maybe starting with the muscles of your face. Allowing the muscles to fall away from the bone and be held by the skin. Around the eyes, the cheeks and jaw, releasing any way that the lips are pressed against each other. And on the exhale, softening the shoulders. If they don't relax, it's okay. Softening around the shoulders. Softening the belly. As you exhale, allowing the weight of the torso to settle into the area of your belly, pelvic cavity, sitting bones. Also, as you begin, you might on the inhale feel any tension or pressure in your thinking mind. Maybe in the head there's something physical sensations of being activated or constricted. And if so, as you exhale, relax the thinking mind. As if a thinking mind can expand and soften outwards into space. And then to notice the body's experience of breathing. The body's experience of the rhythm of breathing in and breathing out. Noticing the different places in the body that experiences breathing. It could be the movement of air in and out through the nostrils. Sometimes there's a gentle movement of the shoulders, maybe lifting on the inhale, settling on the exhale. The movements in the chest. The sensations of pressure and expansion as you breathe in, the release as you exhale. The sensations in the belly. There might be a downward pressure, subtle downward pressure in belly and the sitting bones as you breathe in. And a lifting of that pressure as you exhale. And you might feel the sensations in your back rib cage or in your spine. Usually very subtle, but maybe still there as you breathe. And in all the places where the body experiences breathing, see if you can notice where you enjoy the experience of breathing the most. Where is it nicest, easiest, maybe simplest? To attend to the breathing. And wherever it seems easiest or nicest, with a light touch of awareness, ride those sensations, settle into those sensations. In the way you would lightly pet a cat. So let the alternation of breathing in and breathing out be a light intimacy with the body breathing. Sometimes what feels nicest is to feel the whole breath body, the whole way in which breathing in and out is felt globally. Maybe a little bit like watching a jellyfish expand and contract as it gently moves through the ocean. Letting go of thoughts as you exhale. Remembering it's not about so much about the breathing as it is about how you attend to the breathing. Can you attend to it gently, softly, with a devotion, like you would have being devoted to petting a cat? Stay there with every coming and going of inhale and exhale. And then gently, in the way that you would maybe lightly, simply be aware of breathing, shift your attention now to lightly, simply feel, know some relatively dominant sensation in your body. Hopefully that's not too painful. And gently settle your awareness there to see how simply you can feel it. Relaxing any ideas of being for or against it, liking and not liking it. Any attitude that it's a problem or that it's wonderful. As if you're gently, kindly attending to a friend who simply needs you to be present. Be gently present for the stronger sensation in your body. To see how simple you can be with it. Maybe letting attention roam around it. The edges, inside. Not making it a problem. To experience it simply. Maybe it helps to let go of your thinking so that there's more space in the mind to feel, know, attend to the physical sensation. If it goes away, find another one. And then begin again with your breathing. Shifting your attention back to breathing. And stay close to the body's experience of breathing in and breathing out. to get ready to end the meditation, in whatever simple way you might be able to do so, expand your awareness to include your whole body, a kind of global expansion of awareness that quietly roams around the whole body. Feeling the body as you breathe in, still for a few breaths, relaxing the body as you breathe out. And with your imagination, let your awareness, recognition of spread out beyond your body, out into the world. As if awareness, through your imagination, can spread out across the lands, carrying with it goodwill, that somehow in the ways that you benefit from the meditation, you're more able to expand your kindness, care, love out across the world, wishing that the benefits of your meditation can support the well-being and happiness of others. May all beings be happy. May all beings be safe. May all beings be peaceful. May all beings be free. And may our ability to be mindful support us in benefiting this world. Thank you. Hello and welcome to this 5-part series that's an introduction to mindfulness. And as I said yesterday, I thought it was very nice to, after most of the year, going through a kind of wide, open, rich path of samadhi and insight, to go back to basics. And with the idea that it's always good to be a beginner, even for the most experienced practitioners. And that, and offer you kind of the simplest way that we offer the instructions here at the IMC. And we begin with offering meditation on breathing. And some people find that it's invaluable to just keep the meditation simple and just stay with breathing. And whole schools of Buddhism, meditation, are involved with just deepening meditation through attention to breathing. The idea in this vipassana, the kind of vipassana we do, is that we're trying to develop a capacity to be aware that supports us, that is beneficial, that is freeing, that can bring a kind of a meditative or a mindful attention to all aspects of our life, no part left out. So certainly to our bodily experiences. Some people use meditation to actually kind of leave behind their bodily experiences, to go into some kind of pure, area of consciousness. To use mindfulness to become aware of emotions. Some people use meditation to avoid their emotions, their difficult ones. To become mindful of thinking. Some people have a kind of adversarial relationship to thinking, thinking that thinking is a problem for meditation. In the kind of awareness practice we do here, we're learning how to become aware in an effective way to all aspects like this. So certainly to breathing, to the body, to our emotions, and to thinking. And once we get kind of the basics of how to include each of those parts, then, and which we'll do on Friday, is to bring them all together into one whole. So with foundation in mindfulness of breathing, the next step in our instructions is to be mindful of the body. And there are two ways of doing that many ways, but two ways that are part of the instruction here. One is if there's some strong sensation in the body that's more compelling than your ability to kind of just hang out with the breathing, then it's fine. So if it's strong, then it could set up a tension between the effort to be with breathing and this strong sensation. And that tension is not necessary. What we can do is either let go of the breathing entirely and let the attention now be, let the mindfulness be cultivated and be developed on that strong sensation. And again, so it's not so much the need to penetrate or understand or see something special in the sensation, as it is our ability to be present for it in a simple, non-reactive way. And because we're learning to free the awareness, we're learning to free our kind of mental ability to pay attention from being reactive or judgmental or caught in preferences. Just to be very simple. And in that simplicity, finding a way that something very deep inside of us can settle and relax. And so if there's a strong sensation in the body, is to turn the attention to it and hold that simply. And because it's hard to kind of hold something in attention in a fixed way, to be kind of, just to hold it there and unwaveringly, uh, kind of in the same maybe rhythm as breathing in and breathing out, it's possible to let your attention gently move around or roam around in that strong sensation in the body. Feel it, it might be, even if it's just a small little spot, a square centimeter or something, you could feel the edges of it, feel the inside of it. Gently let the attention move in and out, maybe pull back a little bit and see it globally. Breathe in, go closer to feel it intimately. If it's really hard to be there, some people find it helpful to back off and watch it as if watching it from a distance. Some people find it easier to dip into the heart of it and really almost become it. And then if it's painful, some people find it's easier to be with if you're sitting right in the middle of it and feeling it. Kind of look around, get to know it, and notice how the quality of the relationship you have to it. Is it simple or is it complicated? Is it reactive or is it very allowing? And so one way is just simply to be there and for a little bit. And it might only be for 3 breaths. Some people find that they can, for 3 breaths, can have a very simple, matter-of-fact relationship without trying to do anything to it, without trying to get rid of it. And then come back to the breathing. And maybe that happens a few times. Three breaths with a sensation, come back to the breathing. Sometimes when the sensation is strong, it doesn't have to be painfully strong. It can be pleasantly strong. Sometimes it's nice. It can be longer that we stay with it. It can become the primary focus of attention for some time. But to make that a little bit easier, there's a second way of being with strong sensations that involves doing so with the support of breathing. So it's almost as if feeling like we're breathing with the sensation or breathing through it. And so there's a rhythm of breathing in and breathing out where there's a kind of oscillation, alternation of kind of touching it, being with it, pulling back from it, going through it, kind of like waves maybe. And then it might be easier for the attention to kind of stay with the strong sensation in a very easy way. And slowly over time, we're learning how to be with strong sensations in a non-reactive, non-attached way. Sometimes, oddly enough, it's easier with unpleasant sensations because we don't want to be caught in it. It's painful. And so we can learn how to be at ease with discomfort, how to be non-reactive, how to be not caught in its grip. Some people find it harder with strong, pleasant sensations because there can't be anything wrong with being attached to that or caught up in that because it's pleasant. But in this practice of mindfulness, we're trying to find a way to be with all things in a non-reactive, non-attached, non-interfering way, to discover the simplicity of a kind of an open awareness, open sensitivity that feels and knows without needing it to be different. And that goes against the grain for many ways in which the mind often works, where it's navigating and negotiating life and changing things, trying to plan things, figure things out. Mostly attention is involved with objects of attention, with what it's concerned with, and trying to do something with it. And with mindfulness, there's a radical shift from being concerned with the object of attention, where attention is directed, to being interested in caring for how attention operates itself. And the strong sensation in the body are just one more thing in which to train or to learn how to have a present moment awareness that has a kind of a contemplative, relaxed, open, mindful way of being so that we can learn to do that more in our life in general. Calm awareness. So the way we do this with mindfulness of the body is we continue. Mindfulness of breathing is the foundation of the practice here at IMC. That's where we cultivate some concentration, some mindfulness with the sensations of breathing. But if there's a pull to any kind of strong sensation in the body, then we can let go of breathing and attend to that. At first, maybe just for 3 breaths. And the limit of 3 breaths keeps it kind of relaxed, keeps it from getting entangled, making an engineering project or analytical project, just to feel it. Then back to the breathing. If the strong sensation persists for some times, then there can be a longer attention to it, and letting the attention roam around, feel it, remembering that it's an exploration for how to be aware simply, but also a way of the awareness becoming stable or settled or getting a little bit more unified or concentrated around the sensation, just gathered there. And that gathering of attention can be supported, if you'd like, if not too complicated, is to breathe with the strong sensations, so that breathing, attention, maybe even slightly your thinking, your interest, it's all gathering around this sensation that's there. And once it feels acknowledged enough, it doesn't have to have gone away. It feels like you've gotten to know it and acknowledged it. Then go back to the breathing. And so in this practice that we teach, breathing keeps being the default. Keep coming back there, where we're cultivating being settled, being unified, gathering ourselves around the breathing, but always ready to let go of it from some stronger sensation. And for today, before we get to the emotions tomorrow, you might want to try this with your body. So 2 assignments, if you would like, if you have time. Yesterday I suggested that you add a 10-minute meditation sometime later in the day today. And if you're in some evening time zone right now, maybe tomorrow before our YouTube broadcast. But today I'd like to suggest you add 5 minutes. So try to sit 15 minutes more later today, at least. And now experiment with this movement of going from breathing to body sensations, and see if that can be done in a very calming, settling way, and where you're experimenting how simple it could be without getting caught and reactive to the body sensations that you might have. And just kind of gently, kind of emphasize breathing, but for this exercise, experiment a little bit what it's like to go and touch into different parts of your body, different sensations, and then coming back to your breathing. And so you develop a little bit of familiarity to this kind of instructions. And then in the rest of your life, it's invaluable to keep checking into your embodied experience, checking into how your body feels in the different circumstances of your life activity, in driving and working and using a electronic device, looking at a screen, talking with a friend, talking with a challenging person. What's happening in your body? Keep for this one day in daily life. Get curious how your body experiences your life. So thank you, and tomorrow we'll do emotions and continue on this instructions.